Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So let's touch on VDM real quick and then we'll call it today. Let's talk about VDM. Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man has been getting a lot of shout outs over the past. He's always gotten shout outs, by the way. He's always had like a divided followership. Some people say this guy talk too much. Some people say no, this guy, no, there's nothing wrong with him. He's fighting the oppressor. He's the voice of the voiceless, right? So a lot of people they support him, you know, but the issue is not that people support him. For me personally, the issue is not that. The issue, I actually think, I'm telling you right now straight up, that he's a good example, but it's not what you think. So hear me out. He's a good example, but it's not exactly what you think. So earlier on today, he was I think for the first time he offered an interview. I'm trying to see if I can find that. If I can't find it, it doesn't really matter, you know. He was on the news earlier on today because they brought some girls back from, what is, from Burkina Faso, from somewhere. They brought some girls back, yeah. So let me see here if I can find that video real quick. So he, you know, as I've always said, he's a whistleblower. We need whistleblowers okay? Because oftentimes absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? So we need people that will speak truth to the to power, right? And he falls in that category, right? So he made some noise about the girls that were being trafficked somewhere in West Africa or somewhere, you know. He made some noise about that. While he was making the noise, he completely attacked what do you call him? He attacked not him, her. Abike Dabiri, who is some kind of official, I don't know if she's a minister or something like that, of the diaspora. She's government employee or elected, I'm not sure. Actually, let me get that right. Abike Dabiri. I'm learning properly to do things right. Abike Dabiri, she's a Nigerian politician, a former member of the Nigerian Federal House of Representatives, representing the Ikorodu constituency. What is she today? She's something. I think is she minister now? Let's see. She was formerly okay. She was appointed senior special assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on foreign affairs and diaspora. But she still works with the diaspora or something like that. Anyway, VeryDarkMan completely obliterated her in the like direct attacks and stuff like that. And then she came out to try to fix it and all this stuff, you know, which I don't think it was necessary. She had just faced her business, you know. So I think the best, let me see, this guy could probably tell us. Okay, I see a post here. Somebody said, VeryDarkMan, be fair with Abike Dabiri. She's done a lot. So basically he attacked her. He attacked her completely. But that's his style of working. He would just attack anything because I think he uses that to get clout. I don't think VeryDarkMan will get enough. It won't get as much attention if he's not attacking somebody. Okay, but maybe now he could still get attention. That's why I was asking that he should probably adjust, right? That he should probably adjust and don't feel the need to attack people anymore. Let's listen to this video. You see what I mean? Let's listen.
I just saw the response you made in respect of the video I made about the children that were trafficked. And your response does show how irresponsible you are, how careless you are, how inhumane you are, and how wicked of a person you are. This response that you gave now, if your fresh children are involved, would you give this? So this is what Madam Abike Dabiri have to say about the children that I posted that were trafficked. So she responded, she said, how can a so-called social crusader not know there is an agency called NAPTIP? If there is no ulterior motive, you will give the head of another agency who is actually selflessly ensured she did all she could to save souls a deadline, question mark. Please, what can that be described as? Question mark. A clear case of human trafficking with an agency, NAPTIP, responsible for trafficking in existence and calling out Nigerians in diaspora. No be juju be that. Then another person responded by saying, Madam Abike Dabiri, will you sue VeryDarkMan for the libelous innuendos? She now laughed. Laughing emoji.
Okay. So again, very much he does all of this to get the attention he needs to do what he's supposed to be doing, what he wants to do. Today I'm saying he's a good example, but not what you think. It's not what you think still. Okay. I'm saying it's a good example, but it's not what you think. I'll tell you what I mean in a second. You see, you definitely, if you have to attack people to get attention, then it's just not going to last much longer. Okay, it can only last for so long. Maybe you get your 1 million followers and that's it. But at this point, at this junction, I think it's a good example of not casting people out completely, but you can correct them. You can say, hey, you're attacking people. You can also use the court system to attack them. This is Madam Abike Dabiri right here. She shouldn't have, no one of any type of office or anything like the official office, you don't need to respond to VeryDarkMan in that manner. You don't need to be condescending. Because again, VeryDarkMan is a trap. You respond to him, you try to swim like him, like a pig inside of a, that's what he does. You don't do that. You're not going to win that. If anything, you're going to lose more credibility. Why can't he lose credibility? He doesn't have any credibility to lose. It's not in that space. In fact, he didn't even know what NAPT was. I didn't either. So imagine if I was calling your attention to some children that were being potentially trafficked, and then the first thing you're telling me is, I don't know what NAPT is. What do you mean? Educate me and do that like an official, like you're supposed to. So the example I'm giving here today is very simple. VeryDarkMan is a good example of a case by case by case. Don't get emotional attacking a VeryDarkMan. Don't be like him that you don't want him to be, right? Because again, there are many people that have come and gone, and if you know their background, you will not like their background, and they became somebody better because they refined their ways, because they've gotten all the attention. Now they refine their way. Hopefully VeryDarkMan is smart enough to do that. If he's not smart enough to do that, he will destroy himself, because all those attacks will come back at you, because that's the energy you operate with. Somebody's going to have much more of it than you at some point. No condition is permanent. Nothing lasts forever. But if he refines it and he uses the platform to do more and stop the attacks, he will be okay. But for the Abike Dabiris out there, if VeryDarkMan attacks you, what you want to do, the example you want to be, is Mr. Femi Falana. Okay? It's case by case by case. Watch, this guy made a fool out of himself. He made a fool of himself a few days ago. What did he do? He attacked Femi Falana before he found out what the truth was. He just said, my boss man, he's not saying anything. He's not condemning what they did to VeryDarkMan. He was prematurely attacking Mr. Femi Falana. And Mr. Femi Falana, he now came back and now apologized and said he had been making calls. Mr. Femi Falana, it's not personal. It's still personal for VeryDarkMan because he doesn't know where he's going yet. Hopefully he will find it. He will refine his ways because he takes it personal. And he can still do all the good stuff he's doing. He can do those things and it doesn't have to be personal. He will be a lot more effective if he doesn't make it personal. Because now people are already paying attention to all the good stuff he's doing, right? But it's even going to be better if he refines his way and stay away from all that attacking people directly, all that kind of stuff, right? Mr. Femi Falana has been around for a long time, not just as an elderly statesman, but also as a professional. Say, no, that case is a different one. That's whatever defamation. I think they even lost or something like that. It's not a big deal. They went through the system. They dragged him. When it was time to make a call for VDM, they made call for him to try to get him released by the EFCC. Because it's case by case. So what example are we saying here today? VeryDarkMan is the ideology of VeryDarkMan, the case of VeryDarkMan is an example of why you should keep things separate. If Very Dark Man is disrespectful, call it disrespectful. Don't make it personally, right? If he's doing a good job, tell him he's doing a good job, right? Except me, of course, because me, I will drag him. But in all seriousness, like if he does a good job, let's say he does a good job. But the rat tails are mumus still, in my opinion. Okay, the loudest noise is made is when he's attacking people, but you want people to pay attention to the good stuff. No, he's much more louder when he's attacking. So it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. But hopefully, we can make something good out of the brand VDM. He becomes a voice of the voiceless for real. And then people will actually start paying attention. Everybody will fear him, and they will start correcting themselves and course correcting in terms of Nigeria's future. So that's the example I'm talking about. It's an example of why you should treat issues case by case by case. I don't think Very Dark Man is a role model of anybody. Not yet. Maybe at some point. Maybe. I hope so. I think it would be a good story to tell. Don't you think? What are your thoughts about that? If you paid attention, let me know. Hopefully, you've been enlightened, educated. Hit the like button, please hit the like button. Hopefully you'll be I'm excited because I'm taking off right now for a minute. I'll see you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, okay? Talk soon. Peace.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.